just read in the Mizmor for Monday, כי הנה המלכים נועדו עברו יחדיו, המה ראו כתמהו נבהלו נחבזה אחזתם שם. Reading the Parshat, ויגש אליו יהודה, Yehuda is coming to meet Yosef, a tzaddik. He's very upset about what's going on. כי הנה המלכים נועדו. The kings are meeting. Who are the kings? Yehuda and Yosef. What happens but they start arguing between them. Sham חילקו יהודה נבהלו נחבזו. The Shevatim, they stood behind. They went behind, they stood on the side. They said, two kings are arguing, let's not get involved. We're going to stay on the side because this is not our place. This is the place for the two kings, which is Yehuda and Yosef. The question is, they were all brothers, all buddies, all together. Obviously they didn't know that Yosef is their brother yet, but why did they feel that there was something special about Yehuda and Yosef? They have a din of a melech. They're all from the same family. There was not yet someone that was picked as a king. Even on the contrary, we see that Yehuda was put down from his brothers after Mechirat Yosef. So why did they feel that these are the kings? We say, Man Malchei Rabbanan. Who's the king? Rabbanan. Why the Rabbanan, Hachamim considered kings? Usually, the kings that we know about today, the presidents, the ones that run the country, they get power because they have soldiers, they know how to kill a lot of people, they're scary, are very scared to get involved with them, endanger themselves. This is the power of the kings. But according to the Torah, what is a real king? A real king is somebody that's moshel berucho, someone that knows how to control his midot. And first of all, he's molech al atzmo. He's able to rule over himself. That is what's considered a king. When we go, a lot of times ask rabbis, great rabbis, gedolei dor, what to do. So you think they just flip a coin, or they just, guess. They just tell you what to do like that. No. These are people that gave up their whole entire personal life. They have nothing for themselves. Everything that they have is for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And those are the ones that can see straight what to do. Because anybody that has negi'ot, is biased, he'll tell you what's comfortable for him. Lo aleinu, if you try to think about it, and especially the politicians of today, that we are a little bit in their hands. Of course, Hashem runs the world. But what it looks like, how do they make the decisions? How do they decide what to do? According to what people are going to speak, what they're going to say. How's the best way for them to get elected? Is it true? Is it not true? Doesn't make a difference. And like we see all the time, before the election is one thing, after the election is something else, totally like two different people. They bring you the videos, the recordings of the people before they were elected, and after they're elected, you can't believe that these are the same people. What you just, a year ago you was telling how you're going to fight for this and this and this, and now what happened? Okay, things change. It's not really worth it for me. A year ago when I had to get elected, I had things that I had to say to get elected. Now, something else. The Hachamim, they're not getting elected, and they don't care for what people have to say. They stick to the emet. It says in the door of the Mashiach, Pnei dor k'pnei kelev. The door is going to look like a dog. The face of the generation is going to be like the face of a dog. What does that mean? It says the owner, he's taking his dog for a walk. He's walking with his dog. Who goes in front? Who goes first? The dog goes first all the time. So now, somebody from the side, he's looking, he says, who's the master and who's getting taken along. Who's in charge over here? Looks like the dog because he's going first. But when do we know who's first really? When the dog gets to the corner, and now he doesn't know, should he make a right turn, a left turn, should he go straight? He turns around to the master. What should I do? Tells him, go right, go left, go straight. So from that we understand that who's really running the show? The master. He's letting him go in front of him. But who really is making all the decisions? The master. It says, Pnei dor kipnei kerev. Now in our generation, the generation of Mashiach, Be'ezrat Hashem, should come very soon, it's like the dog. What does that mean? The people that are running the country, the people that are running the world, they're like the dog. They don't know to make a decision on themselves, by themselves, to decide what's right and what's wrong. How do they decide what's right and wrong? Democracy. What do the people like? Oh, they like to fight for this and this rights? Fine, let's fight for those rights. They don't like to pay taxes? Okay, let's not pay taxes. They don't like to... They have no decision from themselves. Everything is all decided by what the people want. That's what's kipnei kerev. They look back at the people, and according to this, they decide what to do. But they themselves, they don't fight for the emet. They don't know really what's the truth. Yehuda and Yosef, like we find Yehuda, tzadikah mimeni, he did not look for popularity. When he had to admit that he did something wrong, and everybody's going to be talking, you heard what happened just now? You heard what Yehuda did? You heard about that? It did not matter to him because he stuck up for the emet, and even if it's going to embarrass him, and even if people are going to talk about him, he did what he had to do. That's Yehuda. Yosef at Tzaddik also, he had to fight against Eshet Potifar. He had total control over his Yetzer Hara, did not fall in. We see when he finally reveals himself to the brothers, he tells, Otziu kol ish me'alai, take everyone out. Why? V'lo yachol et Yosef litapek, he couldn't hold himself back. What does it Rashi say? What does it mean? He could not stand to see that that his brothers will be embarrassed in front of the Egyptians. Even though he was endangering himself at the time, his brothers could have all ganged up on him and killed him. But he can't see that his brothers are going to get embarrassed. That's malchut. That's a person that's a king. And the Shevatim understood this. These are the kings. So our job, like we said, Man Malchei Rabbanan, who's the kings is the Rabbanan, those who are learning Torah. Our job is all of us to be kings. How do we become kings? By ruling over our ta'avot, our yetzaras. Yesterday, I just speaking to a few boys even, right? One of the hard nisyonot tests we have today is, let's say, the people involved with the technology, with their phones and things like that. Let's just say a person would say to himself, we'll come 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock at night, doesn't matter. Anytime, I'm going to put that phone on the side. I know that's it. I made myself a geder, a limitation. That's a melech. Why? Because now you rule over the phone. The phone doesn't rule over you. You rule over. Now it's time for me to finish. That's it. You become a ruler. If not, Chas v'Shalom, you become an eved. You become a slave. We become slaves to our ta'avot. So, Be'ezrat Hashem, we should all be moshel beruchenu, be on control, total control of our ta'avot, and then Be'ezrat Hashem we'll be melachim, we'll be kings, and we'll be leaders, and to help Am Yisrael Be'ezrat Hashem. Have a good day.